Welcome to Pumpkin's World. I want to have a talk with you. Another one of my heart-to-hearts. Let me sit back and keep it from turning. The other night, as you heard, I had a conversation with my half-sister. I will link another video in the cards where I talked about my sister and writing her a letter. The conversation didn't go well. She said, well, basically, I was told that I had been told that she would contact me when she was ready. But what I remember her saying to me partly was giving me time. It's been over a year. So there is no time limit. Okay. And she was mad because I talked to members of her family. Well, first of all, one of the people I talked to was a complete utter mistake. And I was going by what my search angel was giving me. I didn't tell her this, but and her aunt, she hasn't seen in 20 years. She met her once. It's her biological mother's sister. She's been there for me since day one of this search. And she's my bonus Aunt Susie. I can't imagine you know? And it was a rough conversation. Probably made rougher by the fact that she has this sweet childlike voice, but she was being so mean, you know? And I told her, I said, your aunt encouraged me to call you to get your address. Well, I don't think I want to do that right now. It was like, okay. Just thought it would be less intrusive. No, it's not. You've already been intrusive. Yeah. Okay. So, I was extremely hurt. As I told everyone, I'm grateful it was me and not my dad. Because he would have been devastated. And terrible. Terrible feeling, you know. But it would have been terrible for him, so. But it was me. I had people in my life. You know, ugh. I'm doing the things I need to do. I'm getting my eyes examined on Saturday at 10 a.m. Ugh. Let you know how that goes. I have glasses picked out on Zenny. So I will do that. once I figure out how to put the prescription in and stuff. So yeah. So even though it breaks my heart, it's not going to affect my life, if that's what she thinks. It's really not. I can move on in life with a broken heart. That will heal over time, you know? I am not going to say anything bad about her because I don't know her. And because I would do that anyway. She has a very hard time, in my opinion, with the concept, and this may be key to the whole thing, with the concept that she had a father who actually loved her, though he never laid eyes on her, and that she has a sister that loves her who never laid eyes on her. And that may be a very hard concept. Please let me know in the comments. I'm sure, I try to put myself in her shoes. First of all, I would have said, when do you want to meet? If she'd have come out of the woodwork. Or if my father had another child he was unaware of, and that child showed up in my DNA or whatever, when do you want to meet? I would be thrilled. You know what I mean? And because there's a rumor that my father has another daughter. Now, I'm not going to go into it because it is a rumor, but it was based on chronology, based on looks, I guess, and based on the fact that the mother was the absolute love of his life in his early 20s. He even asked her to marry him at one point, and she said no. And I know where the ring is. The ring is in the pond, because he flung it in there, and that's why he did not like the song "This Diamond Ring" by Gary Lewis and the Playboys, because it reminded him of that time. Because it would have been out around that time in the 60s, and he just threw it in the pond by the library. It's probably covered in 50 years, 60 years of soot. Not soot. 60 years of silt. That's the word. So to find it would be very difficult. I mean, I suppose if you had a really good metal detector that detected in water, you might find it, because it's not a very big area, and there's a dam holding that area, so you probably could find it. I would love to have it, just because my dad bought it. You know what I mean? And it belonged to him. So, like I said, I don't have any proof on the other one at all. My mother says she thinks the other one is his. I bet she thought it was more likely than my sister. Although, Now knowing what I know, my sister is my sister. But so, and my father never even gave the other idea a thought, I guess. Probably because he was so hurt. So, I won't mention any names, places, dates, nothing. I'll just tell you that my father's tender heart was broken a few times. Although I guess his divorce didn't break his heart too terribly, except the idea that she was pregnant and he never got to see his baby, which he knew was his. Except the other one, I don't know. But if the other one took, an ancestry test or my heritage or whatever test, and or even a 23andMe and put it on my heritage or FTDNA or wherever, I'm on all of them. And we popped up as a match. I would contact her as soon as I saw it, or anyone. If someone came up as a match as a half sibling to me, I'm contacting instantly. That's me, and that's why I have a hard time understanding the other side of it. You know what I mean? I'm sure she hasn't thought a bit about it in the last year. And she says, well, I would contact you. Well, that's great. Except when I called you, you didn't even know it was me because you didn't even keep my phone number. So you never had any intention of contacting me. That's what that tells me. You could have been honest. It would have hurt. But in that first phone call, you seemed very interested in having an uncle. You seemed excited about the idea that you have a living uncle. And your uncle was excited to meet you. Doesn't look like that's happening. And he was going to come from New York. And your uncle and even your aunt would have loved you. Instantly. My aunt and I have had our differences, but you know what? She's a very loving person. And I know that she loves my uncle enough that she would love anyone in his family. Because they're a part of him. There are a lot of people like that marry someone and their attitude is, I'm going to love your family because they're a part of you. You know what I mean? She loves his children because they're a part of him. She loves me as his niece because I'm a part of him. And, I would be the exact same way. If I married a man who had children, and I loved him, I would love that part of him as well. Without question. Grandchildren, same thing. I'm getting to that age. I'm already past that age. Yeah. Um, so, uh, anyway, I just wanted to express my feelings. I have no ill will. None. Being hurt did not change my feelings. And it won't. I did give her more to think about in the conversation because I told her that there was medical stuff I wanted to talk to her about. And things like that. So hopefully she'll chew on that for a while. But obviously she, like I said, never intended to because she didn't keep my phone. So thanks guys for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm hoping that this air conditioner cools it down in here soon. And I'm going to make August posters and watch some of my old Kid Missing TVs from cable access and write down any other cases that I want to go back to the book for and look for updates. So that's where I'm at because I need August updates anyway. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Mwah.